Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? I see everybody's taking a page out of Mel's book. Mel, as in Melody's book. All these t shirts. Everybody got a t shirt that's promoting their own brand. Here come Destiny walking through the house with a case dismissed t shirt with her face plastered on the t shirt. First of all, Destiny, that's not cute. What are you trying to do? You're going through an airport, through customs, trying to go to another country, an American owned country, but still. I don't think that's the type of clothing you should have on. Anyway, ugh. But that girl sure knows she could read, honey. She could read you down to till you just want to cry. And Tisha, what are you trying to do? Who are you trying to be at the table? Honey, Melody told your butt right. You better be quiet, girl. You better be cool. Don't get involved. And Tisha took her advice. She's like, okay, like you're doing too much. Tisha, I don't know who you trying to become this season. I don't know, but girl, I don't know. What's up, besties? You ready to throw some shade? Baby, this is behind the shade. Okay. Let's get into this new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's season 8. This is episode 15. Head Beach in Charge. How would you like to rate this episode? Honey, I'm going to give it a 10 because, baby, it was going down at dinner. I'm going to give it a 10. It was going down. How would you rate this episode, besties? I kind of like the title. I'm not going to get into changing it. We have a lot to discuss. Shall we begin? Okay. So Nell Fletcher is talking to Chris on the phone. Her feelings is hurt. She out here acting a fool and she needs, to talk to her boo. So she tells him that, her and Kimmy got into it. And she's like, we both have strong type A personalities. So yeah, we're gonna that was that. Production said next. So we get to the little bedroom where Kimmy and Tisha are still struggling and complaining about their little room. She was like, there are no closets here. Kimmy was like, and no dressers. It's a small bathroom. There ain't no air down here. So Kimmy said, well, Destiny gonna act up too when she gets here. She might pack up her little suitcase and fly back to Alabama. So Tisha really feels disrespected, and she finds it funny that the people with their own rooms and nice rooms that are comfortable are telling them or asking them why are they complaining. Exactly, Tisha. Y'all complaining, but you ain't gave up your room. So Stormy, I think Stormy and Trisha are sharing rooms. So, Stormy's asking Trisha, like, how was your first night? How did it go? And so, she was like, Destiny's coming. So Trisha's like, good, because she could defend herself. Okay. So then we move over to Sunny. She calls Moses. So she's telling him that, they coming for her and that Destiny is coming on the trip too. So he's telling her, just stay out of the way and keep your cool. Uh-huh. You the problem. You were the one staying out the way, and you're keeping your cool, Moses, while you got this girl in a line of fire for you, fighting for your love. Child, I hope y'all work out. I really do. Because, Sonny, you are fighting for this man. So they all go to the beach. Today is beach day. And girl, Melody is flirting with the little cute guy from, he was at the house playing butler with his little friend. But the cute one, honey, Melody is flirting with him, honey. She let it be known. And all the girls are loving it. Tisha loving it. Nell is loving it. And so they all go jet skiing. Most of them, they're drinking rum punch. They're having a beautiful beach day. So Kimmy, Tisha, and Stormy are talking. They're like standing in the water. And so, they're talking about, they're talking about Destiny that's on her way. Like she'll be here any minute. So and Tisha's like, I didn't know that Sunny was gonna be here before I asked Melody, could I bring a +1? That's what you get for being messy. So, she's gonna have to tell her when she gets here. And so Stormy, like, I ain't worried about Sunny and Destiny, child. I'm trying to see what's up with Melody, and Destiny. So Janita and Mel and like Lauren, Nell, and Sunny, they're sitting on their beach chairs. So Janita says, I see the three of them over there talking. And she said, Mel, there go the ops. So Mel was like, why are you calling her that? What you see? What you saying that for? So she like, every time you see Tisha go into a group, you got to know she's going to be talking about you. So Mel says like Jesus and Judas, and they go into all this, and Nell was like, Mel is comparing herself to Jesus Christ. She was like, her fans really have blown her head up. You millimeters got Melody thinking she is Jesus, honey. So Sunny asked Melody, is she and Stormy good? And so Melody was like, we're good enough. Sunny was like, do you think she's jealous? And so she was like, you know what I think? I think people that gonna come into this group and think they're gonna be the head bitch in charge. And she's like, I think she thinks she can come in this group and dethrone me. She said, no, that's why we're at war. I was like, okay, girl. Melody said, I am the head B in this thing. This is my show. And that girl tried to come for me, and it's a no, no, no. So Tisha hopes Destiny and Mel can talk by the end of this trip and, kind of squash their things and all that. Try to, try to have a kumbaya. So Melody tells Sunny, like, when Destiny gets here, just ignore her, ignore the foolishness, ignore the whoop, whoop, whoop. And here go Melody. The best way to get rid of a gnat is to ignore it. And then Sunny gonna say, or smash it. And child, I was thinking, oh honey, your dude has smashed the net. Trust me. Probably smashed her before she got out here. That's probably why she came late. That was just something that ran through my mind. But she meant like smash the net, like kill it. Yeah, like, not just to get rid of it, just to stop it from flying. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, Sonny, keep your peace, because it ain't nothing for you to be fussing about, no way. And you know what that means. You got the ring, girl. Quit arguing with that girl. So Melody and Shanita will be making sure that she keeps her cool. So then Tisha and the rest of them, they come over to the chairs and they're saying like, we're going to keep the peace in this group. Communication is key. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Girl, Tisha, who are you talking to? Who are you trying to give a little pep talking to? Quiet as it's kept, you need to take this advice. The way you acted at Nell's birthday party. Girl, you be popping off. You need to watch how you say stuff too, honey. So Sunny agrees and tells Tisha to tell her friend it goes both ways. Because just let her know, I'm not mad. I have no points to prove. Girl, because you got the ring on, as Destiny will call it later, you got the hardware. So Tisha in her confessional says that Sunny was wrong in what she did, but she's caught in the middle because Sunny is a really nice person and she's always been nice to Tisha. So Tisha got to go back to the house because she wants to greet Destiny. She don't want Destiny to arrive and ain't nobody there. So honey, Destiny comes in, she's hugging, she got this t-shirt on with her face all over it, and it says, case dismissed or whatever. Tisha gives her a glass of champagne, filled it up to the rim. Destiny spilling it. Oh, Tisha. Don't you own some chocolate wine or something? Don't you know you're supposed to fill it up to the rim? Anyway, and then she hits her with the bam. Oh, gotta talk to you, let you know what's going on. Sunny is here. So, oh, she's like, okay. And she's like, well, I wanted you to be mentally prepared. And Destiny's like, mentally prepared for what? She says, why? She was like, that's weird, but I am kind of like, what the F, you know? So she's like, there's more. So she was like, Melody, Kimmy, and I, we met, we were talking about girl code. Child, this was like maybe the second episode. And she pretty much snitching. So Destiny has not tried anything. Huh? So I don't know what this is trying to say. Destiny has not tried anything with Destiny, right? I don't know what. Oh. So let's talk about the girl code. Okay, so excuse me, y'all know I'm new to YouTube. You bear with me. I will get better. Okay, so this is when they were talking, and they asked Melody, Destiny hasn't tried anything with Martell, right? And so that's when Melody said, I don't know what she done with him. Like, she don't know. And so Destiny says in her confessionals, I could have slept with him and her. What? Wait, what? What are we talking? Three's not a crowd? What are we talking about, Destiny? What are we talking about, Destiny? She said, I could have slept with him and her. Destiny, are you a part of the alphabet community? She says, me and Martell, we're still friends because I am probably the only friend that he hasn't slept with. Girl, are you calling Martell up? Okay. Point taken. So Destiny says she'll clear it up with her. So Tisha takes Destiny to their room. And Destiny's like, oh no, well, okay. She calls it a dungeon, honey. She was like, this has to be another bathroom down here. There just has to be. She said, we can't get our makeup done in this little bathroom, but she says the shower is roomy, but there's not enough room to move around. So Destiny also calls the room the helps quarters because it's downstairs. And so excuse me, it's downstairs and there's no air. So Tisha did ask Destiny, how does she feel about having a conversation, with Melody? And Destiny says, why do you keep pushing for a conversation? I won't ignore her, but we don't need to talk. She said, this is a grown woman's trip, right? And she's like, yeah. She said, well, if y'all could walk with her, I can walk around her. Like, hey, girl. And that's what we love Destiny for. This girl be having she got game. She got a mouth to gab. That's why Moses was still giving her money. That girl got a gift to gab. Honey, she's a wordsmith. She should have been a rapper. Forget singing. So Destiny wants to enjoy the trip too with no drama. Destiny, the D in your name stands for drama. Moving on. So they go to dinner. Destiny and Tisha meets them there because they're coming from the house. And it seems like everybody else is freshened. I don't know. Maybe they freshened up at the beach. But after the beach, they went shopping. They went did a little shopping after they went to the beach. So I don't know where these folks changed clothes because they never went back home. Anyway, and that was kind of like, okay, y'all. So I got a question. Where did y'all freshen up at? So Kimmy looks at Destiny's face when she walks in because she's going to determine the way Destiny is looking. She's going to determine if the dinner going to go well, then the trip will go well. And if her face is giving poorly, she's going to be looking crazy, then it's going to, the trip will turn out poor. If the dinner don't go well, the trip won't go well, pretty much. So Sonny says you can feel the energy change when they walked into the restroom. I mean, to the restaurant. I'm sorry. So Mel's like, I don't care that Destiny is there. They talk about the day at the beach. They just talk about y'all enjoy. Oh, we have fun. We ATV. Oh, that was nice. The little guy, he was fun. Yeah, you did. So Mel tells them that Chanita been texting the chef all night long. And so Chanita tells Mel, like, you the new ops now. So she tells Tisha that Melly took her new name from her. So, they just try to keep it light and cute and funny. So Destiny says she knows Chanita already, child. This world is so small. So they worked at a restaurant together. Destiny was the hostess and Chanita was the waitress. And she said, yeah, she's very talkative because she's talking at the table now. So Chanita says, you've been excited. You get excited when you have someone to talk to. She says, when you're married, the best thing about it is knowing that someone got your back. And so then she asked Mel, does she miss marriage? And Melly was like, no desire to be. I'm good. Next question, or ask someone else. It was like, why did you even ask your best friend that? Like, you know her story. Like, it's too soon to be asking Melody that. She's still trying to get through this Martell mess. That was odd. So Sonny asked Melody, how long did her and Martell date? She said 9 months. Then he proposed, and then they got married 7 months later. So Chanita asked Nell, and you? And so Nell Fletcher was like, about a year. And so, child, why did Trisha have to put her 2 cents in? So she said, yeah, it took me about 2 years. So Chanita asked her, was she married? Like, are you married? And so Trisha's like, well, technically, yes. So Melody was like, it's your hesitation for me. That cracks me up. You do it every time somebody asks you. You get this hesitation about you. And I'm like, it's to always explaining your situation for me, Melody. This girl always got to explain, well, I was married. I married my high school sweetheart, and we have 2 children, and we grew apart, and we don't talk. We haven't spoken to each other in 5 years. We're just married on paper. I met someone when I wasn't ready, and he is loving me, and it's been 2 years. And child, be quiet. You didn't even have to say nothing. Like, we didn't even hear Stormy say her piece. I would like to know how long it took Courtney to marry Stormy. So Chanita asked, well, how are you engaged and married? I know that's right. How does that even work, honey? It don't even sound right. And you know how sometimes you're in stuff, but when somebody brings it to your attention, it kind of don't sound good when they say it. That didn't happen for Trish, because that was funny. How are you engaged and married? And y'all, besties, I think that should have been the name of this episode. How you engaged and married. Because Head Beach in Charge is cute, but they didn't stay at the beach but for like the first 5 minutes of the show. We've been sitting at this dinner table all show. Like, whoo, this dinner would not end. Golly. They ate everything. Appetizers, 5-course meal, wine pairing. They had dessert pairing. It was like after dinner coffee. They was at this restaurant forever. Oh my goodness. So I think it was Stormy talking. It's a situationship. But she was like, yeah, but you're throwing rocks at the glass house. Stormy says, well, it's different. So they flash back to last night where, she was explaining and all this and all that. And so they was trying to put Sonny in it, like, you was the same one judging Sonny. So Trisha was like, I wasn't interfering. I wasn't trying to interfere in nobody's situation. And so Sonny gonna say, me neither. And Destiny looked like, girl, bye, please. Like, so Destiny knew that was for her. So Shanita was like, oh, wow, Trisha, you show is rah-rah today. And so Stormy was like, no, she's just passionate. She's just passionate. It's like Stormy, like, please don't come for Trisha. Please don't come for Trisha. Because they say she a ticking time ball child. She quiet, but she will flip. So Shanita is hushing Trisha because Trisha getting a little loud. So Trisha tells her, I was separated. And so Shanita gonna tell Stormy, yeah, she's passionate because she's trying to be convincing. Ooh, okay, okay. Now Shanita know how to do it too, but she do it intelligently. She's like, oh, she's just passionate because she's trying to be convincing. She's trying to convince. I was separated for 5 years. It was like, we don't talk. I met someone when I wasn't ready. And so Shanita like, you're making it sound real good, for you. I said, God, you can't win with Shanita. Trisha, you're losing. Just be quiet. Put your head down. Just be quiet. Our family was all over the place. It don't matter. We just haven't signed the papers. You still married. She couldn't win. Stormy asked, so is it wrong if she talks to somebody if she's married? Yes, under the oath of God. Child, everybody was chiming in. Yes, we judging by principles, honey. That's what Sonny said. So Chanita says hi to Destiny and tells her, she said, I want to let you know that I was on Sonny's side about this issue because I haven't heard your side of the story. But she was like, but you can go ahead and tell your side of the story. How do you feel? I'm like, what? Chanita, what? You try to, child, you talk about, I don't even know what to call this, but she ain't stirring the pot, child. She just throwing, goodness gracious. So Destiny was like, I ain't gotta say nothing to nobody, but Destiny also said, anytime somebody asks me about Moses, I'm gonna say something. And it's like, yeah, because y'all got a soul tie. Like, I am so convinced they are not over each other. And what is gonna happen? So Destiny was like, well, it's the interpretation of friendship that is different. And the work relationship that extended over a year is different to me. And so she was like, I have messages in my phone that say, I miss you and I love you, sis. And so Sunny chimes in, well, that's a response. That's just my response. So Chanita's like, but you said it. Because she's like, I don't care if I don't love you. I'm not going to tell you I love you to a cat, a dog, or nobody. I'm not going to just be playing with the word I love you. So Sunny is trying to explain, like, if you tell me I love you, this is my response. I'm going to tell you I love you back. And it's like, that's not how that works. But anyway, Nell said, you told this lady you love her? She asked her, you told this lady you love her? And she's like, yes. I would say that to you if I was producing you. You told me that, and what? Sonny. Okay, so it's time for you to hush too. So Shanita's just like, I wouldn't tell nobody I love them if I didn't. I just wouldn't say I love you back if I didn't. And I would agree with her. So she said, well, that's my response. So Stormy asked, well, how many times did you speak to Destiny after you left the show? She said 3 times, and I only saw her twice offset. So Stormy tells Destiny, she's saying that when she stopped producing you, and so Destiny cut Stormy off and said, but she managed my music career too. And Stormy looked like, wow, like what? So then Stormy asked, well, how many times did you date Moses after Sonny stopped producing you? And so she said, we stopped around in August. And so, and they married in December. And so, child, everybody is sitting there adding up the months. Shanita like August, September, October, November. And so So they said, yeah, you said he was sending you money in September. Somebody said that. And so Sunny said, well, he said he needed to help you. You know, like she trying to bring that up. It's not affecting Destiny at all. So Stormy asked Sunny, you knew? You knew? And so she's like, now I do because everything is coming out. So Stormy asked Destiny, so you didn't know? And Destiny says, no. Sunny said they hadn't seen each other since. Is Stormy going to say, Sunny, I'm sorry. Sunny said they haven't seen each other since January of 23. And she said, and when did y'all get into a relationship? And she said, oh, it only took us 90 days. And so Destiny's like, to be in an official relationship. And Sunny said, for us to get married. Ciao, honey. Sunny is wearing that 90 days like a badge of honor, honey. Destiny was reading her text messages, a whole bunch of I love you, I miss yous from Moses. And she said this was in September. So Sunny says, well, I'm not Moses. What they got to do with me? And so Chinita says Moses is playing games. And so Sunny agrees. And Stormy, in her confessional, she was just wondering why. Stormy in her confessional, she's wondering why Sunny would want Moses. She said, why would you want that in you when it was in Destiny? I can't get jiggy with that. And Stormy, that was so funny. Like, I wouldn't want that in me when it was in Destiny. So Stormy asked Sunny, when was you with Moses? Was you talking to Destiny? And she was like, no. Did you talk to Destiny while you was with Moses? No. And so Destiny just said, the timeline don't make sense to me. And so Sunny said, it don't have to. So Mel is like, so wait, Sunny, when did y'all get married? She was like, December. December when? December 9th. So she's like, so y'all been dating since September the 9th? And she's like, uh-huh. And so she's like, Destiny, when was his last text to you? She was like, in October. Uh-huh. So Sunny says, yeah, and then he made a decision. Child, that was a good one, Sunny, but your conviction wasn't good enough. You just said it like, you know, and then he made a decision. You should have stood on business with that. Yeah, and then he made his decision. And I would have put my ring up like, so Sunny's confessional. She's like, you know, I knew he was healthy dating. He was dating a few women. And that's what men do. She's like, in my book, you're single until you're married. Moses told her some things, just not the I love yous, of course. He wouldn't tell her that. Sunny said, I'm not going to keep putting up with this. Destiny, I did not consider you my friend. Oh, 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 oh. That could have been the name of the title of the episode, too. I did not consider you my friend. That could have been the title also. Let me know if you agree, besties, because this was good, girl. So it's clear because friends don't share ding-a-lings. Ooh. So Sunny reminded her, you don't have that anymore. And so Destiny said, you had it after me. And then Sunny says, I got the ring, baby. And you think that would have shut Destiny down, but she know Destiny gonna come with it, honey. Destiny said, you got the hardware, but I have his heartstrings. Child, the show could have ended right there. It could have been a to be continued, because, baby, I needed a break after that. Because that could have been the name of the show, too. You have the hardware, but I have his heartstrings. Oh, my gosh. This is when stuff should have been flying across that table, honey. Oh, Sunny is so cute and just so quiet and just, honey, she said, you got the hardware, but I have his heartstrings. He keeps talking about me all over Huntsville. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Sunny, she got you, girl. So Chanita asked Destiny, what do you want? Like, be real about it. How it just, transpired. No, wait. What? Chanita asked Destiny, what do you want? Huh. I think that, okay, and so I think that's what Destiny was like, you know what? I just want her to be real about what happened and like what transpired. And then we could just close this up and leave it alone. And so Sunny said, well, you have your opinion, but I'm married. And she was like, I hope you can move on. And so then Destiny was like, I am. I got a fine man. Ben moved on. And so Sunny continued, I hope you can move on, be happy and healthy. So Nell says, we need to have a good time. She tired of this. She can't take it no more. And I'm like, I agree with you, Nell, because I know y'all would sit at that table for heck of long. You didn't ate already. You're cramping up. You're getting stiff. It's time to get up. Shoot. Nell is 60 years old, making her sit in that wooden chair for 5 hours, having this old long, drawn out conversation. So she's like, we need to have a good time. How we going to move forward, y'all? What we got planned? So Melody is like, tomorrow we got ATVing, some zip lining, and we're going to do dinner. Sounds like a rooftop because she was saying you could see the whole island from this restaurant. So Tisha asked, wait, can we have more conversations? So we can just table everything here and then we can just be at peace tomorrow. What now, Tisha? Of course, right? Destiny and Melody, is there any conversation that y'all need to have? Melody said, no, we ain't talked in 2 years. Woo! So here go Tisha, messy. Well, last night you said F Destiny. And Destiny was like, what? Like, what? And so Kimmy says, Tisha does not know how to read the room. She actually, I'm paraphrasing. She said she don't know how to check the temperature in the room. She was like, she don't know how to read the room. And, this is not the time. Destiny has been on 10 with Sunny. And now you're going to bring Mel into the equation. Child, Mel says she meant what she said. But by the energy that's going on today, like here at this table, she said it's been peaceful and fair. It's just fairness. She just feels an energy of fairness and peace. And so Destiny said, what I do, like for you to say F me. So Sunny asked Mel, how did Destiny drop the ball with you in your friendship? And it's like the same way you dropped the ball with her in y'all friendship. Shut up, Sunny. Shut up. Shut to the up. Because now I don't believe you. Because why do you even care? Oh, gosh. These girls, they wearing me out, y'all. But it was a good episode, wasn't it? So they show all these flashbacks of them going back and forth. And so, she said there were several things, the video premiere party, the taco party, the reunion, And so Destiny was saying, at the party, you were cutting me off. You never let me know how you felt. And your tone sometimes, the way you talk to us like we're children. You got that parenting tone, And you even dragged my name after we were friends. Like when we stopped being friends, you dragged my name. So, here goes Melody. Let me know when you're done. So Tisha asked Melody, are you listening to her? And she like, of course. Do you hear her? She was hurt. And I'm sure you were too, Mel, but I just don't know your story, your side of the story. So Mel told Tisha quickly, don't get in this one because it ain't gonna end well. Tisha like, okay. Child. Woo, what we gonna do with Tisha, child? So Kimmy in her confessional, she was like, told you. She was like, told you. So Mel said, there's no reason to keep going over this stuff. It's old. but it's still there, is what Destiny said. She said, because last night you said F me. And, I'm trying to see why that happened because I know we don't F with each other. I don't F with you. You don't F with me. Child, of TV was just bleep, 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 bleep. And, she was like, we're not victims, but everybody felt like they was being wronged in the situation. And so Destiny told Melody, I never intentionally tried to hurt you. That was never my intentions. And so Melody says she might be naive at times because her heart is open. I guess she mean like she has a big heart. And she sees people at face value. But she said, but sometimes it takes her a while to register things that have been done and said to her, and then she'll sit with it. And then she'll just realize, you know what? No, HELL, no. I ain't dealing with this. And so she said, my ex has put me through HELL. And then, I'm on the phone with you, Destiny. And then you'll get off the phone with me because you want to talk to him. And, you hanging out with his mistress and you posting pictures of my children with the mistress. And so she said, I went over there on his birthday and she was there. She was like, Melody, they have a child together. I'm not hanging out with her. I posted a video of Martell at his party and she just happened to be in it. It wasn't no shade to anybody. Child. She was like, when it was brought to my attention, I took it down. And she was like, took it down. You didn't, you should have put it in. So she said, Melody, it took me 3 years to be comfortable to be in the same space with that girl. We talking about coleslaw. She said, the first time I met her, I was showing him a house and he brought her. It was very uncomfortable, but that's who he's with. She was like, let's be clear. You used to be on the phone with her all the time, like y'all were friends. You were telling her how to respectfully cheat. And child, Melly went off. That's stupid. What you mean? If I was okay with him cheating with me, I would still be with him and my 4 kids. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, and I understand Melody was like, if that was the case, why was you acting like a shoulder that I could cry on? I wouldn't need no shoulder to cry on if I was okay with them cheating. And Child Destiny said she was ready to go whip that girl's butt when they found out it was her. And she even asked, Melly, let's get up, let's go beat her up. And so she was like, but then I kept asking you, why was you always on the phone with her, telling her to tell you to call her when he come over to her house? She was like, so I could catch him cheating, so I could leave his butt. Oh my God. So Destiny was like, yeah, it was just weird. And she said, I wouldn't dare talk to her. I would never talk to her. And so Destiny lying, and Mel is like, I can't play with you. I just can't play with this. This is just don't make no sense. So they kept going back and forth and back and forth. Destiny, in her confessional, she says Mel was catching him, leaving him, coming back, got pregnant, still talking to coleslaw. She was like, shoot, I'm confused. Do you want to catch him again? You already knew he was cheating on you. What are you catching? Oh my gosh. There go Destiny again. She was like, what are you catching? You already know he cheating. Child. So they flash back to when Melody was at Kimmy's house, their old house. And Kimmy, Maurice, Marceau, Tisha, Martell, and Melody are having dinner. And so Melody is telling them about respectfully cheating. The difference of when your spouse is cheating and you don't know versus them cheating and you do know. This, that, and the half. So Child Destiny stands up. She can't handle it no more. She was like, I cannot sit here and just, I just can't sit here and let you lie like that. So they was all, sit down, Destiny, sit down. And she was like, I could stand up if I want to. Child, and Chanita stands up. And so she said, I'm not just going to sit here and let you lie. So Destiny means, you talking to her about them is pretty much teaching them. You teaching them how to operate. You sitting there talking to her, let me know when he get over there. What do you mean let you know when he get over there? So you pretty much are okaying him coming over. You know, like that's where Destiny's coming from. It was so weird. And it's gonna be a to be continued, honey. And I was like, whoo, all that happened in 1 hour. Was that show an hour and a half? So they, Carlos King left us with a little cliffhanger. I believe the show is not coming back for a couple of weeks. I do know that Love and Marriage Detroit started tonight. I will not be reviewing that show. It was boring. I couldn't get through it, and I don't plan on coming back to it. I just didn't get a good vibe. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the folks in Detroit. I just didn't like them. So that was so we just gonna wait on Huntsville to come on back and wrap up this vacation, and we gonna see where it leads Melody and Destiny and Sunny, and seem like Nell is getting involved and trying to stir the pot. And child, we gonna see how this vacation ends, honey. This grown woman's trip. So, besties, let me know what you rate the show. I'm going to give it, did I say a 10? Okay, maybe a 9. It was good. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It was a 9. I haven't seen Melody get active in a long time, so that was good to see. Shanita's there. Y'all know Lauren didn't say 2 words, huh? Lauren or Kimmy. They didn't say 2 words. I think Kimmy said, sit down. I think that's the only thing she said since leaving that little dungeon room that they have, the helps quarters. But let me know your thoughts and your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that notification bell button is on, and so that you are notified when I post another video. That's it for this. Love and Marriage Huntsville. We gotta wait. They're coming back in a few. I'll let you know when. Bye, besties.